It's Michael Giannulis, and I'm here today to talk to you about something that's very important to me and hopefully will help you as well, because this is something that I think all of us should do, and that is to get serious about our core values. What are our core values? Those are the things that really drive us, the things that make you or me or you, right? They're those things um, that are beyond ideas and concepts. These are a part of us. They, in a sense, are us, or at the very least, they're a way that we wish to express who we are. And for me, I've been able to come up with four core values that really represent me and who I am. You can almost think of them as your brand. Like, who are you as a brand, as a person, as an individual? What can people rely on you for? And more importantly, what can you rely on yourself for? So for me, the four, I'll go over them one by one. The first one is authenticity and transparency, because I really feel like those go together. You could say they're two, but to me, they're one. And it's summed up in a very short word, which is the word real. You may not know this about me, but I've had to overcome a severe stutter. So for me, the very act of talking is actually hard. I'm in my own head spinning through words. Can I say this? Can I not say that? I've had to learn all these like tricks and strategies, and I've gone to stutter camps and all kinds of stuff just to be able to speak. So for me, I value that. And why do I tell you that story? I tell you that because I want to be authentic. I want to be transparent. I want you to know what I've been through, where I've come, where I'm going. And when times are hard, I want you to know that times are hard. I'm not going to bring you down or drag you into my messes, but I want you to know that all of us go through things that we struggle with, that we have problems with. And I don't ever want to come across as someone who has it all figured out and just lives this amazingly charmed life. Though I do have a pretty cool life, it's hard. There are hard times for all of us. So I think that we can really inspire people when we're real and we're authentic and we're transparent and we're open. And that's what I strive to do. Now, I talked about inspiring. That is my second core value. I love the idea of being able to inspire and motivate other people, because deep down, I'm an achiever. I took a test. You may have done this test before. It's called the Finder Strengths test, or Strength Finders 2.0. And my number one strength on that test was achiever. And that just means that I love achieving. I love getting things done. I will say I'm addicted to a to-do list. I have this quote that I love to say, which is that a deadline is nothing more than a headline for a to-do list, right? That's the way I think. And I want to bring inspiration to people, because I think that so many of us emotionally struggle to get out of our funks. Whatever the problems are that we've had, maybe we've had them for years. I weighed at one point in my life 540 pounds. Okay, now I weigh 210. I just got on the scale. I was very pumped. I want to get into the ones. That's my dream, but I've been kind of stuck here for years now. But I'm closing in on that 199, even if it's just for one day. That'd be great. But I say all that again because if I can do that, if I can go from 540 pounds, diabetes, sleep apnea, high blood pressure, heart problems, all that stuff, to a clean bill of health, then I really believe that most of us can do more things. Maybe you have to lose 20 pounds. That's not that hard compared to 300 pounds, right? But I know that it's hard for you because you got to get up in here in your head, and you have to learn how to transition your actions, your choices, and that leads back to self-discipline. So I want to help people by being an example to them. The third thing for me, that my third core value, is being fun and being funny. I'm not always funny and I'm not always fun, but I try to be. I really do, because life is way too short to, take things too seriously. Like you got to have fun. One of my favorite things that I'll say sometimes is, I lost 312 pounds and 96% of my jokes. And I don't know why, but that gets a laugh if I ever go do like stand up, which I do that every now and again to keep myself out there and to kind of take on challenges that I probably shouldn't do, but I like to challenge myself. So I always try to find funny in something, I try to find those things that maybe they were meant to be painful and maybe they were painful, but if you can spin them and find humor in them, you'll see that, life is short and it can be fun. So the fourth thing, which you can probably tell by the way that I talk, and this does annoy my wife somewhat, and that is my core value of being educational. Whenever I talk to people, I really want to always be teaching them stuff. And I can tell you from experience, most spouses don't like to be taught by their spouse. So I have to back off on that one some. But I love teaching. I love to share. I love every time I interact with someone, I want to learn from them. And I'm hoping that I can teach them something. So I'm sort of a mini encyclopedia of all kinds of weird facts and figures and things that I've read. I have a good brain for things like they kind of just stick in there. So people will call me to ask me the most random stuff, and I'll just somehow it just pops out of my head, and I'll be able to share that. And I've come to really like that about me. I wish I had someone like me in my life that I could call that had like a great knowledge pool that wasn't me that could help me. And I have not yet found it. I have a couple people that are close, but that's also because I'm kind of obsessed and I just love to learn. So I spend probably 4 or 5 hours a day going through courses, books, podcasts, seminars, whatever. And so anyway, those are my core values. And I feel like I hope they're all connected in some way. And I really hope that you would share with me what your core values are. I would love to hear from you. So please leave a comment and share some of your core values.